Hey guys, Dylan Manfrey on hand for the Rider News.
So excited to be joined by Molly Walker,
Brooke Destra of NBC Philly,
Matt Lombardo, who covers the NFL and the New York Football Giants, Newsday sports reporter and slightly business reporter, Laura Albanese, SNY's Maria Marino, I'm Mike Vorkunov, the beat writer for the New York Knicks of The Athletic, Kyle Franco, the sports editor of the Trentonian. What's the weirdest media scrum you've ever been in?
One time at Citi Field, it was a media scrum for Pete Alonso. I got good positioning and I was relatively in the front, and I was just, minding my own business, listening to Pete, and I suddenly felt something on the top of my head, and I kind of looked up a little bit, and I realized that the cameraman behind me was using me as a stand to film Pete Alonso.
Is there any sibling rivalry between the two of you? Any?
I don't feel that at all.
No?
No.
Who do you think's the better player?
I think Des is. I think he.
Really?
Coach Lori Husong said May performed great in her debut in the starting lineup and said that she might be the one going forward if Kat Conroy's injury lingers on.
Against Marist, they had a good, they had a good showing in really the third and fourth quarters when they were able to trim down that 14-point lead. But scoring 2 points in the second quarter, that's absolutely not going to cut it. And that's something they needed to correct and fast before things got really ugly.
First things first, feed the rock to Michaela Fireball. She knows how to run the offense and put the ball in the hoop and get quick points, just like she did when she was a 2,000-point scorer at James Wood High School in Virginia. She knows how to score the ball, whether it be in the starting rotation, which she's been a part of 3 out of the 6 games this season, or off the bench. Fireball is averaging just under 8 points a game this season, and her determination and will to win just might be enough to put this team over the hump in its weekend series.
Had we not seen video of the officer kneeling on George Floyd's neck, do you think there would have been as much outrage in this country as there has been now?
I call it the perfect storm.
I'm joined by field hockey players Tess Van Ameren and Kiki Van Ameren. Guys, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
So, talk to me a little bit about your field hockey background. You guys are from the Netherlands. How popular really is field hockey over there?
The other game was Marist, and it seems like the MAC is just a two-team race between Marist and Rider. How do you think the Bronx compare with Marist? Are they better, are they worse, or is this like a 50-50 matchup every time they hit the court?
To be honest, I think it's really 51-49 a majority of the way, because the MAC is a conference that I would argue it really is top 3, maybe even 4 teams if you want to include Quinnipiac in that. Because while they don't have their 18-0 record and they're not undefeated right now like they have been the past 3 years in conference play, they're still a good team. You can't count out Quinnipiac. It's really a battle between those top 4 teams in Marist, Rider, Fairfield, and Quinnipiac. Fairfield just got upset by St. Peter's yesterday in overtime, 66-63, I believe. So you really can't count everyone out.
Rider's only points came that quarter from the free throw line, where it went 3 for 6. I think they need to look for Victoria Toomey down low a little bit more and look for their other options like Fireball, like Rafaela Toussaint, like Lanesia Evans, who can really put the ball in the basket. I think they've done a great job at finding diverse scoring opportunities, but if Rider wants to get a win this season, they're going to have to score a lot more points in these quarters.
The Bronx will be back in action on Sunday against Providence at 7 p.m. on ESPN+, as this is their second to last game of the 2019 campaign. For the Rider News
at Ben Cohen Field,
I'm Dylan Manfrey.